The original Silver Eagle that we've known now for the last 40 years is actually called the Walking Liberty half dollar. And that was a circulating coin from 1916 to 1947. When you find an uncirculated coin, it's special. When you find them certified, oh my. But tonight, the best of the best. 66s are back in stock. This is one of those accumulation processes. You go to a show, talk to 200 people, and you buy 3 coins. And you go to another show, and it's 2 coins. And it's on and on and on. And it's just because of one simple thing. When you get the 64 grade in the Walking Liberty, the vintage half dollar, you got a special coin. Just do the math. How few coins are known versus how many were made, and now 3/4 of a century later. When you get to 5, you start licking your chops because, wow, these are special, yet still affordable. Well, tonight we're going into a whole different level of rarity. These are 66s, and you can tell the difference. A lot of you might be like me when it just comes to eye appeal. And when you see a nice graded uncirculated coin, when you see a 4, you see a 5, you say, wow, beautiful. It's gorgeous. I can tell why it's a 4 or a 5. Maybe you can't tell the difference between a 4 and a 5, but you love it and you just say it's beautiful. When you see a 66, it is wow. The detail to the finest is just special. And tonight, well, this is how it works. We got a grouping in that we've accumulated over the last 14 months. They range all from the 1940s. The majority of them are Philadelphia struck coins. We're showing you 3 different coins on the set, the 42, the 43, and the 45. They will be random. The reverse, the common reverse, and that is where the wow really kicks in. 1/10 of 1%. That is the number. If you add up every single 66, P's, D's, and S's since 1916 through the last year of issue, 1947, you are going to get only 44,000 coins. Think about that. We struck more proof Silver Eagles last year. We certified more proof Silver Eagles than 70 last year. 1 year. And they sell for more than $199 in the open market today. We are going back 2/3, 3/4 of a century and getting one of the finest known specimens of the Walking Liberty half dollar series, a certified 66, and it's lesser money than a brand new modern coin from 2024 or 2025. The competition has them. They're at $375, upwards of $490. Those are for the 3 coins we're showing you on the set right now. Now, if you buy more than one, we should be able to take care of more than one different date, but we don't have a lot in stock. As I referenced, this has been a 14-month accumulation, which means the last time we had this on the air was late 2023. 66s. That is the wow part of this. If you do the inverted number, how many coins were made versus how many are known, it gets to be fun. But when you get the silver coins, because people might have saved them, etc., it changes a bit. But this one's still shocking. For every 8,326 coins, so every 8 bags of Walking Liberty half dollars struck by the U.S. Mint, one of them still known today in NGC 66. One. That's a lot of haystack in one needle. Special, special coins. If you look at the proof Silver Eagle, right? The first 36 years were John Mercanti's heraldic design. And the rarest of them all was the 94, second year of the Philadelphia Mint. Today, my competition sells that coin, which there's 374,000 of. We can't keep them in stock. They sell it for $250. We're at $179. These are vintage coins, where the mass of all of them added together don't add up to 45,000 coins. And that's 16 to 47 P's, D's, and S's. It's just outright rarity, rarity, rarity. People have asked, why don't you have coins like this more often? We'd love to. I just can't wish they'd appear. You got to go hunt them out. And we found 3 or 4 of the last show, so it kind of gave us enough to talk for 6-7 minutes. And then we're on to the next topic in tonight's show. As we referenced when we walked into this, we got between 55 and 60 coins to talk about, of which this is just one of them. But it's one of my favorites. And in this grade, wow. They are of the date and mint of our selection, our choice. If you buy multiples, we'll do our best to get you as many different coins as we possibly can. And there is a good mix from the group that we put together. And it's because we're not just buying a horde of 42s or a horde of 45s. We're buying one here, one here, one here, and kind of piecemealing it together to make it something special. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please. We are down to the number of phone calls versus the number of coins is inverted. So if you are visiting us via the web, push this order through. I think I've said that like 9 times already this evening, and it's because we're lots of sellouts tonight, but I told you when we walked into this show, it is loaded with rarity. It is loaded with crazy price points. And with my competition at $375 to $490 for the exact coins you've seen on your screen, and we're at $199. Just tells you we want to do some business. Love the series, but in 66, it is a whole different conversation. Thanks for listening. Time to be moving on.